God, look at that thing. Yeah, don't lose that one, Robert. You're going out. Robert's gonna meet him halfway, guys. What a beast. Look at that. Wow. Oh, please don't come off. You look like you got him hooked good.
I think so.
That'll make him fall off for sure. Wow. Look at that trout. Hey, and I got hit on my fly.
Oh.
I don't know which one's bigger. The first one, that's bigger.
That's bigger.
That's the biggest fish of the day. Wow.
On the homemade
Man.
pop dye. But still pop dye design, still pop dye spin movement.
Wow, Robert, that is something.
That's a thick fish.
So look at the girth on that fish. He's not that long. How long is he? Shoot, he's shorter than the other one. He's shorter than the other one, but he's longer. Yeah. He's bigger.
He's fat.
He's heavy. Huh.
Probably 2 1/4.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And
2 1/2. Something.
We'll see if he has anything in his stomach. Robert's itching to clean him. Let's do it. All right, folks, get ready to learn something about trout trolling. You need to be using divers, and Robert is going to tell us all the ins and outs of divers. And frankly, if it wasn't for Robert, I never would have tried Dipsy divers. This is several years ago. I was up here and he got me on his boat and he said, I'm going to show you these divers, but don't tell anybody. And of course I went home and told everyone, but nevertheless, they are deadly, deadly, deadly weapons for trout. We started using Dipsies. Now we pretty much use Chinooks exclusively. Robert, tell us all there is to know about diver fishing.
I don't know if I can tell you everything there is.
Well, you just tell us what you know, and that's a lot.
You know, we started with using these divers. These are Dipsy diver. Now this one I actually use in my wintertime, and I painted the bottom black because they didn't want that much color going on. So we did the black ones, but they were normally chrome on the bottom.
That was my all-time favorite Dipsy right there, that purple UV.
Same thing. You could turn the dive, you dive it, turn it each way, port to starboard.
Yep.
However much you wanted, from 1 to 3, and it will go out just like a planer board.
And that's a Fish USA. I believe it's called a deep diver, right? We call it. It's a Dipsy diver.
Yeah.
And show them how the trigger works on it. Where's your main line come?
You're gonna come from your main line. Your braid's gonna be coming down from here.
Connect to the trigger.
And then same thing. You got an adjusting screw.
Yep.
And your leader's gonna go on. I have them pre-made. I make them up in a leader wallet.
Yep.
I run either 6 or 8 foot.
6 or 8 foot. Okay.
I've been doing them down to 6 now. And
I do 6 a lot.
Just easier.
Yeah.
Even number. Same thing. Just hook them up. I don't do anything behind them, but sometimes I do put a dodger directly behind it just for a little bit more traction. Sometimes it works. Sometimes I got burned on the deal, you know?
And you know color matters, because sometimes one color is dominant.
They will not. This is a purple one. They make them in black. They have green and orange.
So the fish are attracted to that
Absolutely.
thing. Absolutely.
By far.
So,
by far.
So we've all kind of stopped using those. I mean, we still use them, but we've switched over to the Chinook diver. Show us one of those. Tell us all about it.
The Chinook diver is this guy here. Now it's stainless steel.
All metal.
Obviously a much thinner profile.
Yes.
It still comes back in. You've got an adjustable weight. They do come different weights for different sizes.
Yeah,
so you do, if you lose it. I put a little crazy glue on them just to hold them, because I don't keep moving them around. I keep them in a number 3 and number 1. And that's the...
Oh, hold that thought.
We got a fish on.
We got a fish. We're trying to catch a king now.
Got a fish on the fly.
We got a fish on the fly, so that's probably not a king. If it's a rainbow, we'll just flip him. So we just started talking about the Chinook diver, which we have a fish on a Chinook diver right here. Chinook diver and fly. With the 9-foot leader.
With the 9-foot
With the 9-foot leader now. And, you know, I thought about putting a fly on there with a 30-inch leader. They will hit right close to the diver.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes when I test my leaders, I test them every morning and make sure that you don't... Oh, just lost them.
Okay. Yeah, it's important to check your leader, because there's a lot of edges on the diver. It swings around in the boat and you can get a nick.
And when that nick is done and your lure's going to be gone.
What weight of the line are you using off the diver?
15.
You run 50. I run 12.
And there's nothing. Fish they're not leader shy.
No, you're using fluorocarbon. It doesn't matter.
See on this one, I've actually painted this one a little bit different.
Yep.
But still put some green UV tape on it. I do change the rudder. I look at the rudder. I make sure it's running true. Sometimes they get a little bent.
I never thought of that. Robert told me that this morning, that rudder can get bent. So you check that.
I just make sure it's running true.
And that trigger is all metal. And when you get it adjusted right, that release is clean.
Just a little tick.
Maybe just as little as maybe an eighth of a screw turn is a lot.
Even, and less.
Just a little
That
bit.
Releases right then and there.
Yep.
You're good to go.
The longer you use them, the better they get. It gets polished.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So, but the same thing, putting them into the water. You want to make sure that you're putting them in nice and easy.
See how it's all laid out
Nice
straight.
and smooth. Let them kind of bite into the water.
Uh-huh.
Make sure your counter, that's where your key.
You gotta have a counter.
Gotta have a counter. And then I always stun them, because what they will do, sometimes they will end up, they'll kind of flip-flop around if you're not running enough pressure, or you just think you're gonna freewheel it. Yes, the clicker is annoying.
Well, whatever.
Kind of mandatory. At least in my side of it, because a lot of times I'm fishing alone.
You can run mono. I've done it because I bought pre-spooled reels before, but braid is far superior. What weight braid you run, Robert?
This is actually 30-pound
30 pound.
power per. But
Very thin.
I've actually used 12.
Yeah.
And never had a problem. Never broke it.
And
never had a problem with it.
And he's running that big diver, but look, he's using Okuma Kokanee Black. He's not using a heavy rod.
No.
It just works. Absolutely. So this is what amazed me, Robert. Tell us a little bit about this. Wintertime, the fish aren't down 75 feet. The fish are down 6 feet. You catch them right next to the boat, don't you?
I can catch them right next to the boat. I can actually look at it. I've told you before, years ago, I said, Cal, I'm looking at that Dipsy.
I know.
Looking at it. And I run them just about, the water's clear, and I'll run just about so I can't see it any longer and leave it there, which is about 20 feet on the line. But you got to remember, you're down this way, and I push them out. I run them on a number 3, so they're out on the side of the boat, just like a planer board, but they're just an underwater planer board.
I told you earlier, I run mine on the bow in the pontoon a lot of times, and big fish this spring came on the Chinook, 17 feet of line out. That fish could, I see you up there.
That's it.
Yes. But they don't care.
Nah, they're actually attracted to it. They look at it and they know that there's something there that they want, or it's interesting to them.
Want to check it out.
And then, same thing. You're looking at a lure. Sometimes the lures are orange. They don't want it. They're telling it to get out of my way, and I'm going to buy it. They don't have fists, so they got a mouth, and that's what they do. The fish bite them.
There's only really 2 places to buy these. One, you can buy Chinook divers from the manufacturer, or you can buy them from Fish USA. Why do we buy them from Fish USA?
Free shipping.
Free shipping. It's crazy. The manufacturer doesn't offer free shipping, and Fish USA is very efficient in their shipping. They get them right too.
Absolutely.
So.
And then the same thing. I started with maybe 3 or 4 of them, and I left them. But now I have them different colors.
He has boxes of them.
And I just make sure I get them set. So when I'm putting one on port, starboard, but the same thing. Sometimes it's the color. Sometimes they want the green on there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't want the green.
Yep.
I've actually put a saucer, which I'm going to show you right now.
This spring they wanted that fuchsia purple for me. But that changes. That's lake to lake,
I will actually put that
right
behind it, and that will go right behind.
Oh, genius. Just that.
Just enough to get them intrigued.
Well, it's just more.
Still leaving a 6-foot leader.
Uh-huh.
I just got them tied up on bread ties, and they tape nice and even. But that's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
And all the time. That's
right.
If the bite's not going good for you, try something a little bit different. Try something out of the box.
And in the wintertime, Robert runs flat black paint on them. And Jeff Goodwin up here too. Robert turned him on to that. The flat black in the winter when the water's cold is definitely a winner.
They don't want to see that. They don't want that much.
That flat.
Yeah. It's just too much stimulation.
Yeah, puts them off a little bit because they're cold and they're lethargic.
Right, absolutely.
So let me reiterate again, guys. We're at Shasta. The water's darn near 80 degrees. We're right at limits of rainbows. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're not running Chinook divers, you need to get some because they're going to help you catch more and bigger fish. Big fish at Folsom, last 3 summers for me. They all came on the Dipsy. I wasn't running the Chinook then. Big fish last summer, 31-inch rainbow. Who catches 31-inch rainbows at Folsom Lake?
Absolutely. Patty just got that 8-pound brown.
Yeah.
You know, last week. I mean, and that's they want on a Dipsy with a pop die.
Well, I sure thank you for turning me on to the Dipsy diver, Robert.
Absolutely. Pleasure, Cal.